Hi people, how are you? As some of you probably know, I'm doing supply work right now, and that means two things. First, that means there are going to be times, such as today, that I'm free because I did not get called. And second, that means that I'm actually going to really miss teaching because a lot of times doing supply work, it means you just go in there and the lesson plans are so generic that really any teacher can do it. A lot of the times it's handouts that students have to complete, or a specific reading section from the textbook or from the novel, or time for students to prepare for an upcoming presentation or test or project. So a lot of the times I don't get to teach and I miss teaching. So I thought, why don't I put this free time that I have to use and record some video messages about things that I'm interested in, things that I'm reading right now, and share with you and post them on Facebook. So that's what I'm doing today. This morning I was actually reading through a book of poetry. It's called Staying Alive, and it was really a wonderful experience of me getting completely caught up in some of the poems. They were wonderful, wonderful poems. Since yesterday was Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Since yesterday was Valentine's Day, I thought I'd read a poem about love. Not romantic love, but family love that I think everybody can connect to. A quick story I want to share with you that sort of provides some sort of background context to the poem. A few years back, my grandma had diabetes, so I went back and spent the whole summer with her, just her and grandpa. Prior to going back, I had done a lot of research into what she had to do to make sure that she lived a long and healthy life, that she had to really watch her intake of sugar, she really had to eat healthily, she really had to sort of walk and really exercise anytime that she had that opportunity to. And so, armed with all that knowledge, I went back home and was all ready to tell her to change her ways of doing things. And you know, old people, they have their own set of experiences, of knowledge, of ways of doing things, and that I might go back home and, being different from their generation, may tell them to do this and that and this and that, and they sort of don't do it. So, this poem I'm about to read is exactly that. Sort of, there's a juxtaposition or two different types of experiences, and how the daughter deals with her mother's own set of experiences as opposed to her own. And this poem is called I Write My Mother a Poem. I will connect or put a link to this video clip so you can actually read it because it's a beautiful poem. So, it's called I Write My Mother a Poem by Fleda Brown. Sometimes I feel her easing further into her grave, resigned as always, and I've come to her rescue, like now, when I've so much else to do. Not that she'd want a poem. She would have been proud, of course, of all its mystery involving her, but scared her a little. Her eyes would have filled with tears. It always comes to that. I don't know why I bother. One gesture, and she's gone down a well of raw feeling, and I'm left alone again. I avert my eyes to keep from scaring her. On her dresser is one of those old glass bottles of Jergen's Lotion with a black label, a little round bottle of Mum deodorant, a white plastic tray with Avon necklaces and earrings and pennies and paper clips, and a large black button. I appear to be very interested in these objects, even interested in the sun, through the blinds. It falls across her face and not as she changes the bed. She would rather have clean sheets than my poem, but as long as I don't bother her, she's glad to know that I care. She's talked my father into taking a drive later, stopping for an A&W root beer. She's dreaming of foam on the glass, the tray propped on the car window, and trees and farmhouses and the expanse of the world seen from inside the car. It is no use to try to get her out to watch airplanes take off, or walk a trail, or hear a poem, and offer anything more than, "Isn't that sweet?" Right now, bombs are exploding in Kosovo, students shot in Colorado, and my mother is wearing a root beer mustache. Her eyes are unfocused, everything's root beer. I write root beer to make her happy. Chills at the end of the poem. That's one of my favorite poems. It's so lovely. It really captures the experience of really resigning, as the poem actually said, really losing any sort of preconceived experience, preconceived knowledge of what the mother should do, and really just let her be and celebrate her for who she is. I hope you enjoy the poem. I hope you had a wonderful day. I think for a lot of students at Western Town College, this is your second day back. I hope that you're having a great module so far, and I will post more messages when I have time. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye.